Hey everybody, my name is Clare Preuss. I'm the Artistic Director at Downstage, and welcome to Creative Stretch. And I thought today we'd start standing because the topic today is alignment. We always have a bit of a topic. We're going to do some yoga, a bit of meditation, some writing, a little bit of sing-along, and then some deep relaxation at the end. So join along for part or all of it, whatever feels good to you. And let's start by talking about alignment. So I welcome you to have your mat, your yoga mat, to also have a blanket, and then to also have a journal or something you can write in so that you can play along with us all throughout the next probably about 30 to 40 minutes. So feel your feet right underneath your hip bones and just have a moment to wiggle around on the soles of your feet. Put a little bit more weight in the balls of the feet and then a bit more weight in the heels. Try playing with the inner edges of your feet taking a bit more weight, and then the outer edges of your feet taking a little bit more weight. Just playing around a little bit. I sometimes like to feel some circles in the soles of the feet just to notice how I feel when I'm aligned in different ways on the soles of those feet. And then when you're ready, start to find that juicy, sweet spot where you feel ready. If any of you have played volleyball before, you might know that feeling of that ready stance where there's a bit of weight in the balls of the feet. Your heels are still connected to the ground. The arches of your feet are floating up and you're feeling a rootedness through the big toe mounds, the pinky toe mounds, and through either sides of your heels. Feet are right underneath those hip bones. So you want to think of tracing a line all the way from your hip bones through to your knees, through to your ankles, through to your second toes. And this will keep you nice and aligned through the joints and keep those joints nice and healthy. So feeling that alignment, a bit of weight in the balls of the feet, rooting into your big toe mounds, your pinky toe mounds, both sides of your heels. Feeling that seed center. You've heard me talk a little bit about the seed center if you've joined us before. That space between the pubic bone and the belly button, I'll keep referring to that as the seed center. And you can think of that as being a long grain of rice. Feel your seed center floating up as your tailbone is heavy, shoulder blades back and down, shoulders nice and heavy. Let that lower trapezius support the shoulders. Now let's just take a couple deep breaths here, giving thanks for this opportunity to practice together wherever we may be. I'm giving thanks for being here on this land, Treaty 7 territory, Mohkinstsis, Calgary, where the prairies meet the mountains. Let's take one more big, deep breath here. And then as you breathe in, opening your eyes, let the arms float up to the sky, shoulder width apart. You can look up if that feels good for your body. And breathing out, just let those arms float back down, starting nice and easy. Breathing in, sweeping the arms up. Feel that whole rib cage receiving the breath. Breathing out, letting the arms float back down. Breathing in as you float the arms up, shoulders heavy, looking up if you'd like. Breathing out as you float back down, still feeling the weight in the balls of the feet. Breathing in, reaching up. And this time, as you exhale, if you'd like, you can tip forward halfway or all the way forward. Breathing in, floating all the way up. Take your time. Breathing out, floating forward if you'd like. Keep some weight in the balls of the feet, hips above those ankles. Breathing in, reaching up. Fill those lungs with breath. Breathing out, deep exhale. Good. Breathing in, floating all the way up. Let's do two more of these. Breathing out. Breathing in. And last one, breathing out. And breathing in. Beautiful. Now as you breathe out, just looking forward, interlacing your fingers and let the palms of the hands face the sky. And as you breathe in, sway to one side, keep rooting into both feet. Breathing out, come back to center. Breathing in, swaying to the other side. Breathing out, back to center. Breathe in as you sway. Breathe out as you come back to center. Breathe in as you sway. Lots of support from that lower belly, from that seed center. Let's do one more on each side. Breathing in. Breathing in. And breathing out. Good. Exhale, let those arms float down. Ooh, and let's do some fairy dusting, magic art, love dust. So it's just a game I play with some of my students at the University of Calgary with in theater, in a theater program, or also even in rehearsal. We will do this just to kind of juice up our energy. So you can close your eyes if you want, and as you breathe in, you're going to imagine as much love for yourself, as much feeling of creativity and freedom as you're breathing in, reaching out, and as you breathe out, just sparkle yourself or dust yourself with all these just all around you, supporting you, loving you, and your creative journey. So let's just try it for fun, or you can just watch me do it if you're not into it. Here we go. Good, let's do it one more time. Beautiful. Thanks for coming along on that journey with me. Let's try a balancing pose here. I find it's a great way to play with alignment, to just feel a bit of your balance on one leg or the other. So please feel free to use a wall if you'd like to. Spread your left toes nice and wide. Feel that support right under your belly button. We're going to move into tree pose. Taking the sole of your right foot to the inner left ankle, calf, or thigh. Just make sure there's no direct pressure on your standing knee. Hands to your heart center, leveling your hips as best you can. And then if you'd like, floating those arms up, keeping the shoulders soft, feeling that alignment through your spine, tailbone heavy, floating head on top of that neck, keeping your eyes steady on one point, soft, gentle focus. Let's take 2 more deep breaths here. And then as you exhale, draw that knee to center, gently releasing the hands to the floor. Your feet to the floor. Spreading your right toes nice and wide. Find your point of focus once again. Take the sole of the left foot to the inner right ankle, calf, or thigh. And it's a little bit easier to balance when you look at the ground, and a little bit more challenging when you look at eye line or higher. Blossoming the arms up if you'd like, feeling the support from your seed center, allowing your tailbone to drop, lengthen that right thigh bone straight out of that hip, soften the shoulders, breathe into this whole pose, basking in the alignment of your whole body here. One more deep breath here. Excellent. As you exhale, take the hands to the heart center, knee to center, and foot to the floor. And let's take those feet a little wider now, continuing to work with that sense of alignment. Nice floating up in the lower belly. Hands on the hips, breathing in, get long through the front body. Breathing out, tip your pelvis forward. Let's take the hands to the ground. And so this is a fun one because we're actually going to encourage the spine to stay nice and long. Again, feeling your hips right above your ankles, so some weight in the balls of the feet. And now it's going to be different for everyone. Some of you might just have fists or fingertips on the floor. That's awesome. Keep your spine long. Or you might be able to fold a little bit deeper. If your hands are on the floor, let the middle fingers point forward. Let your shoulders be in alignment with your wrists. And walk your hands back until you're almost creating a bit of a right angle between your forearm and your upper arm, letting the top of the head come toward the floor and gently floating the shoulder blades away from the ears here. Let's take a couple more deep breaths here. Excellent. And then slowly walk your hands over to that right foot. Let's come down onto that left knee, squaring your hips as best you can. So again, really feeling the alignment of those hips to start you out, and checking that your front knee does not go past your ankle. I like to keep my back toes curled under in this kind of a pose, just to bring the weight into the top of the kneecap, protecting the knee. Draw your right hip crease back and down, lunge your pelvis forward, moving into a variation of Warrior One, shoulders staying nice and soft. You can keep your back knee on the ground if you'd like, or you can lengthen into that back leg, taking your hands either behind your back, interlacing the fingers for a little bit of a back bend, or you can sweep the arms up on either side of your ears, looking at one point in front of you or at the space between your hands. Lots of weight in the heel of that front foot, supporting in your lower belly, Softening in your shoulders. Let's take one more big deep breath here. Sweet. Exhale, take the hands to the ground, and we're going to walk over to the other side. Taking your right knee to the floor. Keep those back toes curled under, squaring your hips, lower belly floating up, tailbone sinking back and down. Chest is nice and open. And if you decide to interlace those fingers again, try taking the other finger to the front of the line, the other index finger, so that you're getting a bit of a different bind, or you can let the arms come up. Keeping your back knee on the ground or floating that heel up off the ground, pressing into the back heel, floating the knee up away from the floor. Great. Looking at the space between your hands or at the wall in front of you. Soften your shoulders. Support from your lower belly. Let's take 2 more deep breaths here. Keep drawing that left hip crease back. Roll your right hip forward. Beautiful. Exhale, hands on either side of that front foot. Downward facing dog. What a fun one for alignment. So spreading your fingers nice and wide. And everyone's a bit different. Some people like to let their middle fingers point straight forward here. Other people like to smile that little space between the thumb and the index finger forward a bit. So see what feels better for your body. Roll the outer edges of your armpits toward the floor. Space around your neck. Think of your tailbone smiling up to the sky. Nice long spine. Inner thighs are rolling toward the wall behind you, kicking the heels away from each other. Let's take one more deep breath here. Good. Coming down onto your hands and knees and back into child's pose. Letting your bum relax toward your heels. Arms can be on either side of the body or out in front of you. If you'd prefer, you can also make fists with your hands. Stack those fists on top of each other and rest your forehead on your fists. Whatever feels good for your body. Let's take one more big, deep, nourishing breath here. And then slowly coming up onto your hands and knees once again. Let's play with another balancing pose that really exemplifies alignment. So coming onto your hands and knees, you can also make fists if you'd prefer. Shoulders are right above your wrists, hips are right above those knees, supporting from your lower belly. And then thinking of your spine being nice and long. And I even like to give a little wiggle of the bum to feel your hips move away from your head a little, get lots of room in that lower spine. And then float your right leg up and back. And let's flex that right foot, lengthening it in alignment with the back, in alignment with the spine. And then opposite arm, float the left arm up. And imagine you're going to shake someone's hand. So the middle of the palm is facing the middle of the body, the midline of the body. Let's take one more deep breath here, extending through those limbs. Gazing at the floor, nice, soft, steady focus, and exhale, releasing down. Good. Let's try again with the other side. Floating that left leg up, flexing the foot. Imagine you're going to paste that foot on the wall. Lots of energy through to the sole of the foot, supporting from your lower belly as you float that right arm up. Palm of the hand facing the midline, softening the shoulders. Breathe. And exhale, gently releasing. And let's come to sitting. Taking those legs out in front of us. Coming into a nice, gentle diamond shape. Bringing the soles of those feet together. Gazing at the big toes of your feet. Taking the thumbs to the soles of the feet, fingers to the tops of the feet. Sitting nice and tall as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, tipping your pelvis forward, either sinking your elbows into your legs or letting them come in front of the legs if that feels better to you. Keep a nice length through your spine, tailbone through to the top of the head. And let's take a few deep breaths here. And when you're ready, taking the hands to the floor, slowly walking your hands over to the right side, keeping your left buttock rooted in the ground, And this might be where you stay breathing into your whole rib cage, or you may want to open your left armpit to the sky, taking that left arm up and over. Big stretch here. Softening the shoulders away from the ears, supporting from that seed center. Exhale, coming forward and slowly walking over to the left side. And if you like, sweeping that right arm up and over, big stretch. Keep feeling that rootedness through both of your buttocks, shoulders moving away from the ears, energy all the way through to those right fingertips. And breathing out, rounding forward, breathing in, slowly coming back up to center. Sweet. Thank you all for playing a bit with alignment in those poses. Alignment is so important in all of our lives. I think about it physically, like as we're walking around, as we're waiting in line for something, as we're sitting at a chair, at a table, on the couch. How are we aligning? How do we feel balanced in our bodies in all these different positions in life? And then also emotionally and energetically, or you might call it emotions instead of energy. How do we feel emotionally about things? Where do our thoughts go? How can we align ourselves to our greatest desires and let that move us forward with clarity and awareness? So I find the body and the emotions and the way we think are really connected. And I love coming at it from a physical place and then thinking about the other repercussions. So we'll do a bit of that, but first we're going to meditate a little bit. So we'll meditate, well, let's do a little bit of a shorter one today. It's a holiday Monday, and I know the idea of a holiday is a little bit different right now as far as what we can do with ourselves, but we'll do a little bit of a shorter session today. Let's do about 3 minutes of meditation. So get nice and comfortable. Find a place where you can just be aligned in your spine, nice and long and rooted through your sitting bones, feeling your shoulders being nice and settled down. So you might want to sit in a chair or against a wall. You might want to lie down, but I just encourage you as much as possible. And then just listening to the room noise or your own breath, letting all your thoughts kind of dissipate and getting really simple with your awareness of the present moment, breath and sound, letting go of any extra thoughts as they come into your mind. Great, so let's try this for 3 minutes, getting nice and comfy. And I'll start talking again at the end of those 3 minutes. Enjoy. And slowly beginning to open your eyes and moving over to your journal or your piece of paper to write on. I'm going to start some music for us to write with, but I would like to guide the writing a little bit or give you some suggestions for the writing. So take it or leave it. If you're just in the mood to free flow write, of course you can always do that. But if you'd like a little bit of guidance, one of the things I like to do when I want to align myself with a situation or align myself with a choice is so there's some things that are really easy to align with, right? It's super fun, you've got all the resources you need, all the people around you, all the stuff to wear, your body's ready for it. That's great, that's an easy thing to align with. Sometimes we're asked to align with things that are a little bit more challenging or maybe don't even suit our personality that much, or if we're not in the mood to do them for some reason. Maybe all the things are ready, but we don't have the right outfit we want to wear and we feel grumpy about it, or something really simple like that. So I welcome you to look at maybe 5 things where you feel you could work a little bit more on your alignment as far as your connection to that subject or that desire. You know, you might not want to spend time with a certain work colleague, let's say, but you know you want to get work done with them. Well, what are 5 things that you like about them that you could say, oh yeah, that's a positive thing. I could align with that part of them. I could align with that aspect of their nature, you know, because people have such a spectrum. Or let's say there's an event you're going to and you think, ugh, you know, I'm not quite in the position in my body that I feel like I really want to be there. Maybe I don't have the energy, or maybe I don't have the right thing to wear. Like I said, something really simple. So how can you align with yourself and that environment? Well, I know that there'll be certain people here that I like to be with. I know that in general, I feel good when I'm in a crowd. Or in general, I feel like my mood tends to liven up even if I'm not in a great mood going to something. So just kind of talking yourself into a psychological alignment with certain situations that might be a little bit more tricky. So I welcome you to have 5 pages and put different things. Maybe it's the name of a person, maybe it's an event, maybe it's something bigger in your life, maybe it's a lifestyle change for yourself. And align with, just write positive aspects about those things. What do you want to align with in any of those things? Can sometimes help you move forward. Okay, so I'm going to put on some music, enough talking for me. Put on some music, and then either you can write on that subject of aligning with your desires or allowing your desires to start to align with the situation, or you can just free write and write whatever you'd like. Or you can take a nap and come back. All right, here we go. This is An Opening by Jar of Bees. Just writing about the positive aspects of these things, not your plan or what you're going to do, just things you like about this experience. just under a minute left. Just finishing that up for yourself, and you can always come back to it, of course. I think this is a really fun exercise to keep you calibrated in alignment with juicing up the feelings that you want to feel in a situation before it even happens. Kind of getting yourself ready for the event or reality or exchange that you're about to go into. And oh my goodness, if you practice this as you go, in like very small increments even, like I'm going to the grocery store, how do I want things to flow? I want to find, well-priced, good fruit, that makes me feel good. I enjoy a good flow through the grocery store with maybe some smiles with nice people, something really basic, it doesn't even have to be something massive. But if you start practicing aligning with this stuff in little ways, you can also start to practice aligning with what you want in bigger ways, I find. Cool. Okay, good. Let's just do one little song and then we'll go into some relaxation. Like I said, a bit of a shorter session this time. So I was thinking about alignment with your goal, and Itsy Spider came to mind because sometimes you get washed down and you got to try it again. So let's do this together. So I'll do call and response first without any actions, and then we'll add actions and do it all together. Okay? So I'll point to myself when I'm singing and to you when you're singing. Here we go. The Incy Spider went up the water spout. The Incy Spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. And the Itsy Bitsy Spider went up the spout again. And the Itsy Bitsy Spider went up the spout again. Awesome. Okay, so let's try it together. Maybe I'll show you the whole thing through once. You can sing it with me if you already know it, or you can just watch with the actions, and then we'll do it again all together. So 2 more times all together. Here we go. The Incy Spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. And the Itsy Bitsy Spider went up the spout again. So to do the Itsy Bitsy Spider part, you just put your index finger on your thumb and the other index finger on the other thumb, and then you just switch them up as you go. Cool, let's do it one more time. The Itsy Bitsy Spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. And the Itsy Bitsy Spider went up the spout again. Determined little spider. I love it. Great, thank you so much. Okay, so get ready for a bit of relaxation now. So lying down on your back. If you want to put a blanket under your knees, please feel free to do so. And if you want to put a blanket on top of you, please feel free to do so. So get nice and comfortable. I'll stay seated to guide you. Getting nice and comfy, letting your feet be a little bit wider than your hips. Toes are turned out naturally. Shoulders relaxing back and down. Let the palms of your hands face the sky. Have a little yawn and let your jaw soften, teeth slightly parted. Let the eyes relax back into their sockets. Let your whole body feel heavy in the ground. The back of your body be heavy. Front of your body nice and heavy. Right side of the body heavy. Left side of the body heavy. Whole body so heavy in the floor. Let the right arm and hand relax. Let the left arm and hand relax. Feel your chest softening, whole rib cage sinking into the floor. Relaxing your torso, pelvis, spine. Right leg and foot relax. Left leg and foot relax. Head heavy in the ground. We'll do a rotation of awareness. As I name a body part, repeat the name of that body part in your mind, or see that body part in your mind and let it relax. Right hand thumb. First finger. Second finger. Third finger. Fourth finger. Palm of the right hand. Back of the right hand. Right wrist. Right forearm. Right elbow. Right upper arm. Right shoulder. Right armpit. Right side of the torso. Right hip. Right thigh. Right knee. Right calf. Right shin. Right ankle. Top of the right foot. The big toe. Second toe. Third toe. Fourth toe. Fifth toe. Sole of the right foot. Left hand thumb. First finger. Second finger. Third finger. Fourth finger. Palm of the left hand. Back of the left hand. Left wrist. Left forearm. Left elbow. Left upper arm. Left armpit. Left side of the torso. Left hip. Left thigh. Left knee. Left calf. Left shin. Left ankle. Top of the left foot. The big toe. Second toe. Third toe. Fourth toe. Fifth toe. Sole of the left foot. Right buttock. Left buttock. Lower back. Lower belly. Middle back. upper belly, upper back, the chest, right shoulder blade, left shoulder blade, back of the neck, front of the neck, right cheek, left cheek, right ear, left ear, right eye socket, left eye socket, right eyebrow, left eyebrow, the eyebrow center, the forehead, top of the head, back of the head. Let your head, shoulders, hands, and arms relax. Let your torso, pelvis, and buttocks relax. Let your legs, feet, and toes relax. Take a few moments here, letting your whole body relax in the ground and becoming aware of that space behind the eyelids, the friendly darkness, relaxing into that friendly darkness. Keeping your eyes closed, be aware of your body lying on the ground. Keeping your eyes closed, begin to wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. And then keeping your eyes closed, stretch the arms above your head. Have a big yawn. And then slowly rolling onto your right side and gently coming up to sitting. Thank you all so much for playing along today. Again, my name is Clare Preuss, and you can find all of this either on Instagram or also through our website, downstage.ca, or our YouTube channel, Downstage YYC. Thanks again. Hope you have a great day.